Mabu, hey everybody. Babies, we're at the top 5 here for Drag Race Philippines, and this may not be the finale, but it certainly feels like it could have been, especially at a 90-minute run. We're going to get into it today. Not too deep, but deep enough. Well, yes. Ooh, don't want to say anything else. Cue my theme.
Listen.
Yeah! Your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel here on YouTube. Please do me a favor and hit that like button now that you're here. Subscribe if you're new, and get in that comment section and tell me how you feel about this episode. I ain't gonna rhyme after that. I don't know where I was going with that beginning, but deep inside, follow me to love. Okay, I'm done. Let me get my social medias out the way first, and then we're going to go ahead and get into this episode. It's at MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at @MattyRants. If you look in the description, there's a Linktree link. Just press that button. It'll take you to all my social media pages. I'm a hoot everywhere else, too. Really on Twitter. I'm having a blast on Twitter. I also do reactions to all of these episodes on Patreon. You can subscribe to my Patreon for as low as $1 a month, and that would be a monthly subscription. Thank you, Patreon, for changing that up, because it used to be if you subscribed in the middle of the month, they would charge you at the beginning too. Now it's once a month. So whatever day you join is the day you'll be charged each and every month. So you can join for as low as $1. There are other tiers too, but $1 is all that's necessary to watch over 150 reactions to several different shows. All shows that I've reviewed here on my channel, and some that I do special just for Patreon. Also, I am bookable on Cameo if you need a happy birthday message. If you had a bad day, you know that song. All that stuff. I'll send you something special and from the heart. Now, behind me are a couple of words that I don't want to read all the way through. It's a disclaimer to let you know that I do review these shows for entertainment purposes. This is not to malign anybody. It's not intended to be malicious. None of the sorts. I'm only here just for a little kiki and a little cut up, okay? So take your mess somewhere else. It's fun and love here, okay? So chill out. Disclaimer. Yeah. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get into this episode of Drag Race Philippines. I'm not going to go too deep into this, very meat and potatoes once again. But at the same time, this was like a 90-minute episode of just getting to know 5 people with 2 runways, a very horribly lit music video. Champion, I barely could see. Greatest of the... I can't see. And a very dramatic end to this episode here, which would lead us to our finale next week, which I'm so excited for. Yes, let's get into it now, shall we? Woo. The remaining 5 queens returned back into the room after Brigading was eliminated from the competition last week. Brigading was this close. Remind yourselves, Eva Lequi doesn't have a badge either, so it really didn't matter that she didn't have it. It just didn't seem to hit for Briga. Precious Paula Nicole is the last of the Divine Divas. Of course, she's representing for herself, but also she wants to do it for her sisters too. Everybody's still happy to be there. You know, congratulations to Silhouette for winning last week. It was everything. And of course, making it to this point. The next day walking to the workroom is really more of a, let's talk about what happened this season, our highs, our lows, what was funny, what was deep, what was serious. Ooh, ah. Only at Mattress Giant. Ooh, They went down from Morgana being the funniest to almost laughing at Turing fainting and then changing it up real quick to getting very emotional and serious when Silhouette had her breakdown. It was almost a Simpsons clip show. Once Mama RuPaul does a jump scare on the screen to tell these babies another riddle that's like, what? Mama Powell comes in my favorite outfit that she's walked into that workroom in, okay? And presents them with their Maxi Challenge this week. Music video to RuPaul's Champion. Because we asked for this, apparently. They must have 2 looks for this music video. One that's giving boxa and the other that's dripping in gold. More than some people got the boxa. Some people went wrestling, very W.E. Others gave me just an outfit. And the gold, of course, dripping in gold was the second look they had to present. Well, guess what, everybody? The runway's also going to have 2 looks, too. I said, oh, you are filling time here. The first look they have to do is Let There Be Light. And I wish they did. Let There Be Light, because child, we gonna talk about it. And then the second look is their best drag, the drag that best represents them. They also have a coffee date with Karen and Mama Pow to, of course, talk about the season. Excitement, right? And all that jazz. We do have a set schedule for this episode, and it will go on for quite some time, but there were resolutions that were made during this episode. I appreciate it, and I was so happy for it. And I think I called this last week when I said, I really hope they mend whatever this is because it's getting on my nerves now. And when it was done, I was very emotional. You'll notice in my reaction, I got very emotional over it. Like, wow, finally. It's almost like they started this up with Eva Lequi discussing how people would, make fun of her for not being the best dancer or being the ultimate performer, with all the tricks and the moves, and that she has a different style of drag, and how that affected her confidence in what she was doing. And baby, you made it to top 5 here. All T, even without a badge. Honestly, Eva is one of the best things about Drag Race Philippines, season 1. Okay? Talk about it. Highly entertaining, super personable, very fucking funny, and beautiful. Down. Like, she's a queen. That leads us into our coffee dates. And I'm going to sort of just slide through this part here, everybody. I am not doing a 2.5-hour episode over this. No, ma'am. Eva discusses, of course, the same things like in the workroom with how outside of the show, it was a little difficult for her with people giving her the, praise that honestly she deserves, but also recognizing that her drag is valid in the Philippines. Just because she doesn't perform the same way the other girls do, it doesn't mean that her drag is bad. And mind you, she talked about being tipped the lowest, and of course the girls would use that against her. I can only imagine the antics that were happening either backstage with people that didn't like her or folks that were out in the crowd. You know how it is sometimes when you go to a drag show and someone wants to let you know, as a drag queen, I don't like her. I'm just going to sit here and have my arms folded. It's so gross. Except for some of those girls who are problematic, racist. So I ain't tipping them babies, okay? Everybody else, but not them girls, okay? But Eva discusses that she is worthy. She's proud of where she's come from and what she's done. And honestly, she should be. And I'll tell you this, Eva had them in the cackles for the beginning of that Q&A portion here. And I already knew that she served a high score if this was like pageantry system here, as far as making it through to another round, okay? Whether she has a badge or not, which was so funny. Is that required? Do I have to have one, Megan? This is an All-Star 7. But I thought that was a cute moment. Also, Karen, your broadcasting skills, I see you, sis. You're excellent at Q&A. You're excellent at banter and responding and then taking what somebody says and just, making the next question out of that. Reminds me of somebody I know. Yeah, go Eva Lequi. We love you, baby. Marina Summers. Now, she is the brand. We know Miss Marina's brand down, and of course that was discussed through this walkthrough, but also Marina being a young queen and still learning so much and having a lot to offer. And Mama Pow made this statement very clear, and I heard it so loudly. She is so young. Imagine if she has time to do this stuff and really hone it out. The improv challenge when it came to for Snatch Game, that was her first time doing something like that. She was brilliant. And a couple of other challenges were her first time doing those moments. And again, imagine what's going to happen later once she gets even more time and experience, with her already showing that she has the experience and the polish. I love Marina Summers. I am going to go ahead and tell y'all now, she is in my top 2 personally, who I think could take this whole competition. And I live and breathe for her. Just her journey and where she came from, and how she knows herself but is still learning and wants to keep evolving and growing as a person as well as a drag queen. I love me some Marina. I'm here for the waters. They deep. I may be going out of order here, but I want to do it this way. That's fine. Minty Fresh is next. Minty came out in that same rainbow towel fabric piece of clothes. I don't know what that was, but she brought that out again after she pulled it out of her ass for the last lip sync here. God bless her whole. But Minty, I felt there is a connection to who she wants to present herself and portray, and she is very polished, clean, beautiful, sickening. Such a gorgeous, gorgeous person, inside and out, both in and out of drag. I know they want to represent for their community, especially after the things they've gone through. We've heard their story about being attacked when they were out and about with their friend, after the club. So I know that Minty wants to be a great representative and to showcase that there is so much love and to take that message across the world. And I felt that from Minty, but also in that moment, I said, I don't know if this, I think I told myself I have to see her runways because this isn't her Q&A is fine. It's good. I liked it. It wasn't as strong as the other two. And I said, uh-oh, she might be in trouble. Minty might not make it to top 4. I don't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. But here we go. Precious Paula Nicole. Ugh. I love when she does that. It does bring a lot of energy in. But Precious Paula Nicole, who I've told y'all I relate to the most out of everybody from the cast, especially with losing their mother, just them as a person with how they respond and react to things. I should take a little bit more from Precious's book, honestly, on how to respond to certain stuff and, just their natural way that they carry themselves. Has a lot on their plate, but Precious has the utensils to tackle that plate and to clean that sucker. That's a great, look at me. I personally, she has a family that she loves that she hasn't seen for such a long time. She doesn't have the finances to, afford those things, but she has made it work. She's been resilient through this competition, and that's shown throughout. I think that the conversation she had with this joy that she carries is so infectious and important because it has not only carried her through the competition, but it also has helped those around her. So with Precious, it really is that. It's just Precious, and it's honestly been nothing but it's been extremely refreshing having her on the show. Plus, y'all be coming for her, but I was here for the Evie Flareon evolution. She said Pokemon, I said it's a toot. Dakota Schiffer, toot. You do Pokemon, I'm tooting. Okay. Getting to Silhouette, and I forgot to talk about this with Marina, but the conversation of mother-daughter relationships, the drama behind it, the scandalous, very much that. I love how Kyla Karen thought that Eva Lequi was Silhouette's daughter. She's like, no, Marina and Bitsy. She's like, real quick. Like, that's my girl, but that's my daughter. Also, Kyla Karen was dragging Jiggly like 2 times, at least with some people. Like, look at Jiggly. She never made the top 5. And look at her. She didn't do well in these shots. I said, stop using my sister as an example. Kyla Karen's so funny. Honestly, is a professional. And I have nothing but respect for Scylla. I really do. Showcase Filipino drag to its finest. The Paper Dolls consistently getting their shout outs. She is a great storyteller in the LGBTQIA plus community in the Philippines that will carry legacies through. And there are a lot of people, and I need you to think about your own towns where you live, your countries, your states, wherever you're at, where there's somebody that you may know that is a part of your community, that's a part of that legacy of upholding or carrying those stories over to the next generation. And it always misses a few where some folks remember the stories, but they don't talk about it as much. It's not sort of their bag, but there's going to be that one that gets it and is going to be the next person to carry that to the next generation. I think Silhouette is very important in this moment for drag, especially drag in the Philippines, but drag in general. And with them flat wigs. You heard me say it. Of course, we've confirmed this throughout the season that she doesn't do drag as full time as much as the other queens because she is like the show director and she's more in charge of getting shows right, make sure all that's good and good to go. She still cuts up and gives, baby. This ain't even full time, Geesh, and she's giving like. I did enjoy this Q&A portion with the coffee time. I did notice that the coffee set disappeared at one point. I was like, what? It came right back with a different cup. I think they realized, oh, there's a panty happening here. We got to change them cups up. They brought out a yellow one after the pink one was there. I was like, what is going on? But I did enjoy that Q&A portion. It was very needed and necessary. We got to know a little bit more about them and just where their heads were at. Back into the workroom, getting ready for the music video, Silhouette and Precious have this really great moment, and it's Silhouette giving Precious some respect and also telling her like how worthy she is in this moment to possibly win this competition, as well as being a worthy competitor, even without having the finances to like have the best drag or whatever y'all want to call it. She was given the talent is there. The personality can't be beat. And when she has come out, the looks have been their looks that have been given. I didn't like every one of them, but there have been looks that have been given. You know, Precious is resilient, and I love that they had this moment here, and that, you know, of course, Precious knew of Silhouette, and Silhouette knew of like everybody kind of, they all sort of know each other from their own circles and bubbles, or have seen each other and had respect beforehand, or knew of what they were capable of doing. So it was nice to see this moment. But that Silhouette was on almost like the tour, on like that love tour bus. Yeah, Silhouette was on the love bus. This moment I was waiting for the entire season, low key, because there are sometimes conflicts that I am entertained by, and there are other conflicts that I am very annoyed by, or things I feel like are very personal that we as an audience don't need to experience, but can be happy to experience the resolutions happen and play out on camera. But Silhouette and Marina finally make up. Thank you, God. And I was proud of Silhouette because this moment happened during the coffee time with Callie Karen and Mama Pow, where she said, you know, as a mother, I think I may need to be the one to say something first and reach out and be there to say, hey, you know, I love you and I'm sorry. And we go from there, and it's going to take some time because they've been cordial this entire time. They've been very civil throughout the competition. Silhouette's been shading her every other minute. Marina does a little couple moments too, but Silhouette, this conversation felt so organic, and Marina, your response was just right for me. You know, I appreciated that love. I could tell this was real. I was so happy. Y'all don't know. I was like, thank God we can finally get over this hump. I want them to be well. Silhouette just gives me, I just see too much good out of them. And, you know, they always were in, like Silhouette talked about with Marina, or Marina talked about with Silhouette, they were always in the top together, either one or two or one. And it's very interesting to see that from mother and daughter as well. Hey, Minty was up there too at a lot of times as well. So yeah, I was very happy about this. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh. Let's get to this music video and then talk about these runways in this final lip sync. You're a champion, greatest of them all. Before we talk about the music video, let's talk about the judges. Mama Pow. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is gorgeous, beautiful, stunning. Oh, wow. I love it so much. Puss across the board. Callie Karen, beauty is your name. Stamp, printed. It's brandable. Jiggly. You my sis. On top of you also gave tonight too. I was like, oh, everybody's dressed to kill. I love this hair. I do love this red on you, baby. It looks good. John Santos, you know what? John Santos, I like you. I do. Now, you gave me long-winded that one episode many moons ago. That was episode 2, I think. 2 or 3. 2 or 3. But that's all in the past. I like John. John's good energy. He's actually hilarious. He reminds me of Carson Kressley without the bottom jokes. Boy Abunda. I'm gagged that they came and Venus is not there for this moment. Like, I mean, she did not do well with those, you know, for Snatch Game, but he honestly was good. He was great too. What I liked about him is, and at first I was thrown off because they did this, the kid picture moment, like, this is you at 6 or 5 years old. And, you know, what do you want to say to yourself? He had a comment for everybody else's comment, but it also was to almost either elaborate further to give more context in what they were saying, or to help navigate their feelings, because as they were speaking, their emotions overtook, and they may have said something that wasn't as encouraging to what they wanted to say to themselves. I appreciated his commentary. It was valuable and necessary. Bring him back more often for the panel. As a matter of fact, can we have this? Let's talk about it. Even Rahul Laurel, I know us girls, we mad this man was talking some junk or whatever, that one episode. But honestly, this is one of the best judging panels that we've ever had in all the Drag Race franchises, as well as the guest judges included. Everybody brought something. Everybody brought something. 10s across the board for the judges panel for Drag Race Philippines. Just excellence. Let's talk about this music video. You're a champion. Stop. How was everybody else's eyes after watching that? Because when I tell you, I was trying to figure out, do I need to darken this? Do I need to take down the tone? A little saturated. My goodness. Why are there lights in front of them and behind them? Just, it's like we could barely see what was going on in the video. But what I did see, I liked. But my God, if that was an eye exam, I probably failed. Marina and Precious were the best of that music video. Marina was the most in control, in my opinion, and she was hitting her marks like Janet. But baby girl, Precious, Paula, Nicole, there is something about you, girl. There's something about you. Sister, there's something about you. You're a performer. You're an entertainer. I see it, and you were killing it. Every time you had to hit your moves, you and your wig with that fan. She knew that bang was going to give you all it needed to give. A little cock-a-doodle-doo. It was. I did enjoy that. I thought Precious was killing it. Now, Eva was doing decent. If she missed anything, it was very unnoticeable. If she was too timid in her movements, she still hit her marks. I didn't see really a lot bad happening with Eva Lequi. I was proud of her. Miss Mama, I don't dance. I said, okay, girl, but you killed this. You did this now. Minty was good, but timid. And her boxing outfit was not a boxing outfit, and it kind of threw me off. I'm like, who is this lady up here dressed fabulously to hit somebody? Eva Lequi was dressed like a Hardy's brother. No, she wasn't. I'm kidding. Comment section, give me a good reference for the wrestling federation. Who you think that Eva Lequi was given with that belt? Because bitch, I was over here like, girl, if Triple H don't get off my screen, I'm playing. Triple H would never wear that. He would never wear that. He'd wear some Speedo showing his non-existent junk. Before someone tells me, Maddie, those belts are in boxing. Of course, baby, I used to box. Literally, my dad put me in the sport. Trust me. I know what it looks like. However, that baby has a giant W. X, Y, and Z, W, X, Y, and Z, W on the front of that mother. So, I don't want to hear it. Silhouette, unfortunately, had the hardest time with the video. That little wig wasn't helpful either. You know, she gave me a very vibrant accountant with that wig, but she just wasn't hitting the marks, though. I did see every time when she had a solo scene, she was killing it, but just with group choreography, it was not her moment. It also was really weird to see it transfer from the boxing ring to this random, like, trophy cake crown situationship. I'm trying to remember. It was like they were all sitting in this room and just, I was like, what is happening here? It was a fever dream. Yeah, it was a good fever dream. Very Louise Belcher in that one episode with Coochie Kobe. You know, she had to learn she was in the wrong that day. But no, I liked it, but I didn't like the lighting. Yeah, I did not like the lighting at all. But it was cute. I thought it was a cute music video. I was here for it. Category is Let There Be Light. I'm nearsighted. What am I doing? Being the extra ass Libra. First up is just kidding. First up is Eva Lequi. This is cute. Okay? It's cute. I love that she had the neon sign above. I love that there was a little, skirt that had a little light up moment here at the trim. To me, I was expecting more lights happening in the situation. I was expecting a lot more lights. Flashing lights. I didn't get it. Oh, Lord, I'm so mad I quoted that horrible man. Horrible man. Y'all check your dumpsters and your trees. Kanye may be up in there somewhere. Eva, this was cute. I gave it a cute. It's a buzz. It looked well done. Your hair was nice. Your face was big. But I needed more lights. Marina Summers. I've seen 2 lamps already this year, and I think this is my favorite one. No shade to drop of Sminty. But this giant lampshade hat with this beautiful dress. Oh my God, I want that dress so bad. I want that pony too. That ponytail was so long. It was so puss. This was so puss. Ooh, I lived and breathed. The hat is it's definitely a lampshade, but it gave me Let There Be Light, like that gave me the category. So she got my top marks for this one, boo-boo. This was a puss. Everything. Ooh, the silhouette, the shade, the way it lights up, this white on her. Go ahead, lovely. She knows she pretty. Next up is Minty Fresh. Now, Minty had a cute look. And I want to give it more, but it's just cute. For one, the chains did not light up all the way, so that did take away from the effect of Let There Be Light. 2, it's a cute coat. I do love the earmuffs giving me a little kitty cat, meow. But it was okay for me. Like, she had the little leggings that went down, of course, to the ankle with the little heel moment, not giving you a full total sock or a stocking tease. It was okay. I liked it. I think she's gorgeous. But I wasn't blown away by a Let There Be Light moment with this look. Next up is Precious Paula Nicole. Okay, so this was sickening. And I actually lived and breathed for this outfit. It's one of my favorite outfits she's ever worn on the show. It's so good. It's this mixture of so many different elements that I feel she's paying homage to the Philippines with the structure, but at the same time, she has this cotton candy that's been put through it to give this little campy flair. I do think that with the runway, there was too much happening with the lighting, like, period. There was way too much happening with the lighting. But because we couldn't really see hers lit up at points, and I also maybe she didn't have a lot of lights on there, but that was what was missing for me from that. But I thought it was a beautiful look. That was my second favorite from this category for me. Yeah, that was the second favorite. Next up is Silhouette, giving you something very iconic in the Philippines with this particular intersection or light. She loves paying homage to where she's from and definitely giving the light and the love that the Philippines deserves, as well as showcasing the culture. Helps us out for those who are watching that don't know. And I always give Silhouette credit for that, but this low-key is the same look she wore last week with a different wig. And her holding a stoplight. High key. Graphic print on this silhouette with these darted shoulders. The wig was higher than it's ever been. But it was just okay for me. I did like what it represented though. So I gave it that points too. Because it's like, come on now. Like she's showcasing. That's something to be commended. Now for best drag, let's get back into this. Eva Lequi. This is so, ooh, girl, you look so good. Face done, the headpieces, everything. The feathers, fall. What feathers? She looks expensive. Bodice, this gold bodice corset moment is just gorgeous. The way she has the accessories, she is done. The only critique I have for this look that I do not care for is that skirt. It's a lot of fabric with one note compared to everything else that's happening with this look. That's my only critique. Everything else about this, I think, is absolutely stunning. And also, maybe for the skirt, if it was like a high slit and she had her leg out, it'd be a little different story for me. But either way, I'm being nitpicky here. I think this is one of the best looks she's presented on the show, personally. Stunning! But yeah, that looks like a table cover. It would be a nice, like a black and gold party. And that's what's on top of the table. It's giving. Marina Summers, you didn't listen. Listen, Marine. Listen to my mamas. She's like, I'm giving you gold, the sun, bitch. Yes, you were. But I also was like, Mama, you're giving me Beyonce after the baby. You're giving me, I went to the Grammys again the next year. I wore the same dress. I had it redone in my size since I had lost the baby weight. And now I'm giving you body. This is gorgeous. I loved every moment of this. I have no complaints. None. I totally forgot to make that joke because she did for the lampshade. How's my head? No complaints. I was proud of her for that. This was a good look. No extra notes. She's pretty. But I wish she had said, I pray you catch me. No. Minty Fresh. So she made this look, and that is to be commended. And I do like this look a lot. I had to compare it to others, and I said, well, this is Minty's drag. You know what I'm saying? It's very much her aesthetic and style, and she's gorgeous and beautiful. I did want a little bit more, but to be real with you, it's really fucking pretty. It's gorgeous. I like it. Matt is being nice. I am, but I liked everybody, and it was kind of difficult to watch this episode and be critical because I thought everyone gave something of themselves to the runway, to the Q&A, to all of this. So if you're looking for drama, I'm sorry. Precious Paula Nicole. Okay, now I'm gonna bring up Beyonce again because that hair is giving me a particular era of Beyonce. Yeah, I'm a B fan if you haven't noticed this. That dress is also just the fact the hat. They're talking about ranch. They're talking about ranches and stuff. I'm like, she's giving Texas for me. I liked it a lot. I actually, it's a nice dress. The dress served more of a purpose than the hat for me. And also, with the hair. I thought the hair was nice, but I think it could have gone with a different outfit. But in reality, I was so focused on that dress and just how detailed it looked. I love the dress a lot. I actually lived and breathed for that dress. I want that dress. Plus, from me, Precious, I liked it. Certain parts I think could have been edited differently, but I think that dress is what really just carried the fuck out of it, okay? Silhouette. Listen, if this ain't the brand, I don't know what to tell you. Mama came out as a dark priest, shed the light, and became a chains and whips excite me with this long, long, bone straight, nasty hair. Baby could wipe her ass with it, honey. Best drag? I don't know about all that, but I do think this is one of her best looks for sure. I wouldn't have given Silhouette this as her best drag, just from me watching the show. But I still think this was a great look from her as well. I give her coots and I commend. She's gorgeous. She's one of the few queens who I will not complain, who I will not complain anymore about wearing flat wigs forever. I'm letting it go. She has sold me on the aesthetic. So now we're on to the judges panel. Of course, everyone giving their commentary over the season. Nothing's too negative. There are a couple of critiques here and there. This could be changed. I wasn't sure about this, but again, it's right before the finale. So this isn't about taking anyone down or telling how they want to go hang out with somebody after the competition or saying what they brought was trash. This is more so just that last little step before we go on to the next chapter. Now, they also have their childhood pictures shown and of course are speaking to themselves. I don't have all of this memorized, unfortunately, and my apologies if you needed me to do a play-by-play of this. I was too busy sobbing through half of these. You'll notice in my reaction. And again, Boy Abunda was giving very good, commentary or sort of just elaborating in helping or pushing through or what they were saying on top of it. And, of course, they were asked the question, why should you win? All of that. And at this point, it's like, okay, what are they going to do here? Because in reality, I thought that Minty and Silhouette didn't do the best job in the music video. I thought Eva actually showed up. As far as runways were concerned, I thought Eva showed up again. But there is Marina Summers, who, in my opinion, kind of ate this entire episode. Precious would have as well. She was close. But I think I had to give it to Marina. So Marina Summers wins this episode. 2 badges for that baby going into this finale. And Eva Lequi, with no badges, is also going through the finale. Shout out to Eva. She's pushing through. And Precious, Paula, Nicole made it to the top 3 going into the final 4. So it's like, okay. You have the mother-daughter duo from the beginning of the season. Were tight from the jump. Didn't have no issues. Minty Fresh versus Silhouette. You can tell Silhouette did not want to go against Minty at all, and it was hurting her, and she was like, y'all really are going to do this to me right now? You're going to make me go against my daughter? Really? That's happening? I'm like, yeah, that is happening right now, right this very instant. The song is You Will Always Be My Number One by Vernie Varga, and I may not have felt fully Silhouette in her first lip sync. The mother holding the Chinook going against a Chinook. But, girl, Silhouette ate. Honey, when she started going the boom, 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 bah, I said, oh, wait a minute. What's happening here? This was not the same person. See, when she's not restricted by a gown, Silhouette gives. Minty, you did a good job, baby, but your mama was eating. I said, ooh. Stella. And I thought it was really cute when they got to this part of the song during the chorus, You Always Be My Number One, and they were pointing at each other, back and pointing at each other, and it's you. And it was good. It was good. I enjoyed this lip sync down. I said, oh, this is fun. But I knew at the end of the day, either mother or daughter was going home. And for me, mama ain't going nowhere. Silhouette won that lip sync, and Minty Fresh was eliminated before the finale, making it to the top 5. Minty, you should be proud of yourself. 2 badges, 2 wins, baby. You killed the season. There were some moments we were a little nervous, but I think you should be proud of yourself this season, honestly. And Silhouette had this breakdown during this entire process, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, oh no, Silhouette, don't be upset. But it's a competition. Someone's got to go home. And, those tears were real too. I felt bad. I know Mama Powell was like, child. this lady gives us another speech, I'm gonna lose it. But our top four. Our top four, everybody: Eva Lequi, Precious Paula, Nicole, Marina Summers, and Silhouette. Who do you want to win? Get in that comment section down below. I'm sorry if this is a shorter review for you here, but y'all know I'm moving right now. This green screen edit is the realness. And of course, I'm trying to do this within a time frame before everybody is a little louder than they need to be. So of course, I thank you so much for tuning in today. Do me a favor, please hit that like button. It is so important as a YouTube content creator, especially a Black YouTube content creator, that you show those likes in the like button department. If you don't like me either, hit the dislike. That's also very helpful. But also the comment section, please and thank you. Get in there, talk about the episode, educate those who need to be educated, including myself, as well as talk about the episode in general and what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you hope happens in the future. I thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. I am almost to the finish line, y'all. I promise. I know I'm getting there. I know I'm getting there. I'm filming this on a Friday afternoon right now, posting it on a Friday evening. But I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank you so much for the love. Please take care of yourselves. Please, 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 if you're having trouble upstairs, seek out some therapy. There are free therapy options. Please look that up. Ask around. We got to take care of ourselves. We got to make sure we're our biggest cheerleaders first before we're asking for anybody else to cheer for us, okay? I love y'all so much. I will see you for the Drag Race UK review, and Chucky will be a little later this week. Of course, season 2, episode 1. Excited to talk about it. And Dragula is around the corner, so we're almost to Dragula season. We're right there. We're right there. So stay tuned for that. Me and Julia, of course, will be doing the Dragula reviews together. And then, of course, I have the panel, and then maybe Canada versus the World promo will drop soon. Who knows? All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Hugs and kisses, my best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants. I will see you for the next one. Bye.